Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I kind of am doing not a redo and not an honorable mention, but I have so many fuzz pedals, and I did this whole, like, my favorite fuzzes video about 4 weeks ago or so, 5 weeks ago. So, I have more fuzzes than I showed, and I would just quickly like to go in and show a couple more to you that I love. And, so like I said, these are not lesser than the other pedals. They are just different flavors. And I have headphones on because the reverb that you're hearing is actually coming through Luna. I just want that for a little bit of feel. Today we're doing something different. We're going into my red amp, which you might have seen on this channel. It's a Synaptic amp. And it is based on like a black panel meets matchless type of vibe. There's no reverb in there, like I said, so we're using the Luna reverb. But we're going to start off with the Mythos High Road Mini. I bought this, I think, 2020 maybe, 2021. It was during the pandemic, I remember that. And I think I got it on like a scratch and dent deal, so I got a good deal on it. But this is the first pedal that Joey Landreth worked on with Zach in terms of fuzz. They started off in like a bigger enclosure, and then they went to a mini. And I think they went back to the bigger enclosure too. But it's a great pedal. It's just a one knob fuzz. That's all you got. I have it all the way cranked up. Let's see what it sounds like. Here is the guitar going into the Synaptic amp. So just a little bit there. Here we go. Awesome. I mean, it's a great sounding pedal. It cleans up really wonderfully. I don't know what else people would want from a one knob fuzz, but sounds pretty good to me. Let's switch over to the next one. All right, the next one is the Fuzzlands from Wonderful Audio Technology. And it's also a really, really nice fuzz. What's nice about this is you can put it on any board with any guitar, and you can tune it to the room really well because of all the different parameters. You got these 3 dip switches, which are tone shaping things, and gated spitty switching things. And you got a volume and fuzz. So here we go. yet again, another amazing sounding fuzz, another amazing option out there on the market. I mean, I don't want to go, if you want to see the full demo of it, go back on my page and you can find it where I kind of go deep dive on all these switches. But I just kind of set it at some of my favorite settings. Just wanted to show that off really quick. But man, it cuts really well live on stage. I can attest to that. And again, an amazing fuzz where you can really kind of tune it to the room, gig to gig. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, this next one is just a fun, sentimental thing. So Curtis Mason from Mason Effects and I hung out one day, and he taught me how to solder. There's a whole video of that also on the channel if you want to go back and check it out. But we built this kit pedal, and it's just a funny one-off thing. I think it's kind of supposed to be based on an Analog Man Sunface type vibe, but it's got a really cool attack to it. So, and a lot of volume. So here we go. Ready? No crazy bells or whistles. It's just a good sounding fuzz, and it has a sentimental place in my heart. So there we go. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, cool. So the next we've got on the table is the MMK Electrics Norris Fuzz. I mentioned this in the previous fuzz video as being one of my faves and just didn't have time to do it. So now it's on the board, or on the table, I should say. And it's just got this great, quick, pointed attack. It's a swarm of bees, and I love it. See how nice and glassy that can get to when you roll it back? It is dope. All right, on to the next one. All right, last but not least is the Driftwood from VXI Audio, and this is really special to me and very sentimental to me because the finish on this is kind of mapped after the front of Eddie Vedder's Telecaster. It's got this matte finish with this sparkle finish mixed, and that's how he did this, and he knows I'm a big Pearl Jam fan, so he made it, sent it. I love it. It's cool. It's got a really great rock and roll sound to it. Almost kind of like that. It works great as a rhythm sound, too. Check this out. There you have it. Fuzz round 2. I feel like I just wanted to do this because there's so many builders I didn't touch on last time and so many things that are in the drawers that are hidden, which this was in the back of my friggin' drawer, my pedal drawer, with the modulation pedals. I have them geekily organized per drawer with like modulation, overdrive, fuzz, that kind of thing. And this was stuck in the back. So, wonderful audio technology. Sorry about that the first time I did this because it was buried. But it needed to be heard again. So, if you guys have any questions, I don't know, in the comments below, what was your favorite? What's your favorite fuzz out of these? Like, which of these could you see yourself putting on your board and leaving and being happy with that fuzz sound? I'm curious. Let me know. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I'll see you next time.